First tonight on News 3, a Milwaukee police officer shot and killed in the line of duty is honored tonight.
Plus, new video tonight shows a man destroying President Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And a little boy's gift to the recovery effort, keeping Sun Prairie strong, one lemonade at a time.
This is News 3 at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll have those stories in just a few minutes. Before that, some rain and thunderstorms are moving into the area tonight.
Parts of the viewing area have been under a severe thunderstorm watch for several hours. Let's check in right away with meteorologist Dave Caulfield. He's in the Weather Center with our first alert forecast. Dave?
Charlotte and Eric, an active night, especially north of Madison on the severe weather front as a cold front drops slowly to the south and east. We still do have that severe thunderstorm watch for some of us until 11. Most areas have seen that watch expire or canceled, but for the next hour, we're still watching for Sauk, Columbia, and Iowa County, specifically for some stronger to severe thunderstorms. We just had a thunderstorm warning, a severe thunderstorm warning in Green Lake County expire because it went under the threshold of a severe thunderstorm. So still some stronger thunderstorms closer to the Wisconsin Dells. And again, this line will begin to slowly shift to the south and east. Could bring some showers to Madison over the next couple of hours, but I don't expect that weather to be severe. On the Edgewater sky cam right now, currently at 77 with mostly cloudy skies, southwest wind at 8 miles per hour. Temperatures are in the 70s. Basically all across the area if we didn't get rain. If we did, like Watoma and Black River Falls, we're looking at temperatures in the 60s. Day planner for tomorrow starting off in the 60s with highs only in the low 70s. Outside chance of a stray shower or storm. We'll talk about that cool weather coming up in your first alert forecast.
Dave, thank you. Out west, heat advisories and warnings stretch from southern Arizona to northern Oregon. This heat wave partially responsible for fueling dozens of large fires. The most dangerous temperatures are inland. Highs have topped 100 degrees in Fresno every day for nearly 3 weeks. And in Phoenix today, they set a record high 116 degrees. New tonight at 10, the Milwaukee police chief says a man is in custody after an officer was shot and killed late this afternoon.
The officer has not yet been identified, but the police chief says he was a 17-year veteran of the force. A police procession led him from the hospital to the medical examiner's office. The shooting happened near 28th and Wright at about 5 o'clock this afternoon. The suspect opened fire and hit the officer twice. After an exchange of gunfire, the suspect was taken into custody. It is the second Milwaukee police officer to die in the line of duty. Another officer was killed nearly 2 months ago when the squad car he was in crashed during a pursuit. An update to a story we first told you about last night. Police say a smash and grab break-in spree continued overnight. They believe this man, 31-year-old Carlos Walks, is responsible. They say he targets secure underground parking structures, shatters car windows, and then steals the belongings inside. Overnight, 3 new locations were targeted: parking garages on North Park Street, College Court, and West Mifflin Street.
Court documents show a homicide on the south side of Madison earlier this year could have been much worse. According to a criminal complaint, police say the suspect's gun jammed, which prevented him from shooting several witnesses. 36-year-old Antonio Gentry is accused of fatally shooting 24-year-old Rayshawn Jackson. This was May 16th in an apartment on Winona Woods Court. The complaint says as he was running away, he tried to shoot several witnesses, but his weapon jammed. Police later found Gentry hiding in a nearby apartment complex. They say he had the gun with him. One bullet was missing. The second had jammed. Cash bond set at $1 million Monday during an initial hearing.
New tonight at 10, House conservatives in Washington have introduced articles of impeachment against Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein. He's the overseer of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. The articles filed late tonight by Republican Representatives Mark Meadows of North Carolina and Jim Jordan of Ohio claim Rosenstein failed to respond to congressional document demands. President Trump sat down with the president of the European Commission to discuss trade this afternoon.
After more than 2 hours, they reached an agreement on tariffs following threats by both sides in what appeared to be an escalating trade war.
We agreed today, first of all, to work together towards zero tariffs, zero non-tariff barriers, and zero subsidies on non-auto industrial goods.
The president met with European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker at the White House. The president meets with representatives from Canada and Mexico tomorrow to renegotiate the North American Free Trade Agreement. He has said he would like to pull out of that agreement. The follow-up summit between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin being delayed now until next year. In a statement today, the White House says it'll be held when the Mueller investigation looking into Russian interference has ended. So it'll be after the first of the year. Earlier this month, President Trump had invited President Putin to the White House. We're getting new video tonight of the man who destroyed the president's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You can see him taking a pic to that star there. Police say he did turn himself in. Mr. Trump received his star back in 2007. It has been vandalized before.
Back in Madison, another city alder is resigning. Alder Sarah Eskridge serves District 13, and after 3 years, she says she has accepted an executive position in Brookfield and will leave August 8th. Former council presidents Denise DeMarb and Mark Clear have also resigned this summer.
A Lake Mills boy who used a lemonade stand to raise money for Sun Prairie Fire got to meet the department today.
Amy Reed was there and joins us now to show us. And Amy, what an absolutely adorable moment in Sun Prairie.
Absolutely. Gavin Martin wants to be a firefighter when he grows up. So you can imagine how excited he was when they gave him the star treatment. And after what he did for them, it was no wonder they went all out.
You need to get the whole thing.
Since Gavin Martin was a little kid, even smaller than he is now, he's wanted to be a firefighter.
The superheroes.
And firefighters stick together.
I'm going to grow up to be a firefighter. So that's why I am selling a lot of lemonade.
Lemonade, a few cents a cup, all the money going to Sun Prairie.
Because a firefighter died in an explosion of fire.
I said to Gavin, I had a little tear in my eyes, and he wiped it out and says, Daddy, don't worry, it'll be okay.
A family of firefighters could feel for them. So they supported his idea, not thinking a few cents could turn into thousands.
A lot of lemonade.
And that is...
Unbelievable, right, Gav?
Yeah, it's hard to count to that number.
And who served all the lemonade?
How you doing, pal?
The firemen couldn't believe it either.
No, not $6,240. No, not at all. For something like this, we had to do this. You know, take him for a fire truck ride, and you know, this is just special.
Gavin enjoying every minute.
Ladder drop.
Get down a little more. But for a future firefighter, the star treatment.
Whoa, let's do that again.
They don't mind.
You're a good man.
Firefighters stick together.
That's what firemen do.
Now, Gavin has gotten a lot of attention for this. Fire departments in Louisiana and across the Midwest have sent him badges for what he's doing. And today, Gavin's dad told us the story even reached Los Angeles.
That might be the most adorable kid we have ever had. That is unbelievable. Great job, Gavin. And Amy, thank you for sharing that story with us.
A donation is helping keep food fresh for Wisconsin families. United Healthcare is donating $700,000 to Feeding Wisconsin. The grant will help buy dozens of refrigerator units for food pantries across the state. The money will also be used to fund training programs and teach people how to handle market fresh produce. A popular Madison indoor trampoline park has closed after a sudden announcement on the company's Facebook page. The Rock and Jump Trampoline Park posted the closure just after 7 o'clock last night. The 31,000 square foot space included a rock climbing wall, open jump area, slam dunk basketball zone, and 2 dodgeball courts. When we called today, the person who answered said she couldn't answer any questions about why it closed.
Well, tomorrow is the day you could own a piece of the iconic Ella's Deli. What is left in the East Madison restaurant will hit the auction block tomorrow. Earlier this month, Epic bought 250 of the restaurant's interior decor pieces, but there are still 75 others left that'll be available. The auction will start at 10:30 in the morning and inspection will start at 9. For a full list of those items being auctioned off, we have it on our website, channel3000.com. Now, usually when you see a sign in someone's yard, it tends to be political. Well, you might start seeing a few signs around Madison that don't tell you what to think, but what to think about. It's all part of an art project by the City of Madison Arts Commission. These signs are meant to be ambiguous. Their meaning is left up to your own interpretation. The artist, Trent Miller, and his wife spearheaded the project to bring more positivity to people's yards rather than just filling them with political signs. We asked several people how they interpreted the signs. Here's what they said.
It says, if not this, then what? What else am I going to do?
This sign challenged me, actually, personally. You take it from here is a challenge. It's kind of scary, but exciting and positive, really.
This one, to me, says if you're complaining, you really also need to come up with an alternate strategy.
And the project has done well so far, according to the artist behind it. If you'd like to know more about the signs or want to get one for yourself, you can find more information at their website, which is ifnotthisThenWhat.org. And still to come tonight at 10, a continued blood shortage. The Red Cross now offering a bit of a reward for your donations.
And a sinkhole swallows an entire car. We'll tell you where this happened next.
Welcome back. The American Red Cross is offering gift cards for anyone who donates blood until the end of August.
While thousands have responded to the emergency call for blood donations in early July, a release today said there continues to be an emergency need for donors of all blood types. They say anyone who donates until August 30th will receive a $5 Amazon gift card. The Wisconsin Department of Justice announced another round of school safety grants today, and included on that list is the Verona Area School District. It received more than $270,000 for safety upgrades to the schools. A spokeswoman for the district says the money will go toward safety training for the entire staff, shatterproof glass, additional cameras, and buzz-in systems at the entry lobby for 2 elementary schools.
Portion of McKee Road will be closed over the weekend for construction work. The road will be fully closed between Pleasant View Road and Meritor Way. starting at 7 p.m. Friday. That is also Highway PD. Crews will be replacing sewers. The closure will last till 6 a.m. on Monday. In consumer news today, sales of new U.S. homes tumbled a little more than 5% last month, and the median sales price also slipped a bit, a potentially ominous sign for the U.S. housing market. The decline follows solid growth in previous months. New home sales have risen about 7% so far this year, but builders are starting to wrestle with rising costs for lumber. At the same time, mortgage rates are on the rise. Wage growth has been meager, squeezing many would-be buyers.
Kraft Heinz is recalling some 7,000 cases of its Taco Bell cheese dip because of botulism risk. The cheese dips being recalled are 15-ounce cases of Taco Bell salsa con queso mild cheese dip. They have a best when used by date ranging from October 31st of 2018 to January 23rd of 2019. No illnesses have been reported. Take a look at this. A driver in Sheridan, Colorado is okay after her car fell into a sinkhole while driving last night. Police say a sinkhole opened up big enough to swallow the entire vehicle after a wave of intense storms moved through that area. Officials say the driver got out before the roadway completely collapsed.
We will soon see this rather unusual vehicle in the streets of Madison. It is the Rick-mobile. It'll be stopping downtown next month. Based on the popular show Rick and Morty. It is a large pop-up shop featuring one of the show's characters, Rick. The Rick-mobile will be set up live on King Street's 5th show on August 24th. Someone in California became a multi-millionaire overnight big time. A single ticket bought from a liquor store in San Jose had all 6 numbers in that Mega Millions jackpot last night. 1, 2, 4, 19, 29, and 20. That lucky person won the whopping $522 million prize, which breaks down to just over $300 million in cash out in California. It's the 5th largest Mega Millions jackpot in history. There were other big winners. 2 tickets are worth $3 million each. 6 tickets worth $1 million apiece.
Meteorologist Dave Caulfield joins us now with a look at the forecast.
And I did not win the lottery, but I feel like I did because I get to work with you two fine journalists.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
I don't know either.
You know,
we feel like parents, right?
We're trying to dodge some raindrops, though, right?
Yeah.
What's going on out there?
Trying to get me off of that train of thought. We do have some severe weather still possible over the next hour, and that goes for the counties you see shaded in pink there, Sauk, Columbia, and Iowa counties, also into Marquette and Green Lake counties, and that's really where that line of showers and thunderstorms that we're focusing our attention on is right now. But you can see over the last couple of hours, this line has really moved faster to the east than it has to the south. Point being, I don't think we're going to see a lot of rain in Madison. And if we do see a couple of rain showers, I don't think it's going to be that much of a concern. Really not looking at a lot more severe weather over the next hour or so. But closer to where that line is, like the Dells and into Fond du Lac, still some strong thunderstorms, some gusty wind, maybe even some small hail possible over the next hour or two. For the last 24 hours, we've seen some pretty heavy rain along where that front has been because it really, as I mentioned, hasn't moved all that fast to the south. So about 1 to 2, even 3 inches of rain possible just to the north of Madison. We have also seen some reports of some gusty winds of about 60 to 65 miles per hour, some small hail being reported and large hail in some spots where you see those blue dots. That's an indicator of some larger hail, and also some tree damage just to the west of Rhinelander. Those were for the storms earlier on this afternoon and evening. Future Doppler track taking this line of showers and thunderstorms through Madison over the next couple of hours, but really not giving us a lot in the way of rain, maybe some gusty wind as that front comes through over the next few hours, but really not too much of a concern. What happened today was we had all the ingredients. I often like to think of severe weather as ingredients baking a cake. So we had the ingredients on the counter, but the atmosphere didn't really want to put them all together. They were all scatterbrain-janed out there. So we did dodge a little bit of a bullet, but still some strong thunderstorms do remain. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam looking at partly cloudy skies. Today's high of 84, normal 81. So still a little bit above normal, but that trend ends tomorrow with these temperatures in the 70s. That's where temperatures are where it's not raining, in the 70s. Where it is, well into the mid-60s. Dew points still pretty humid outside, but will be less humid tomorrow. Temperatures out of the south and west ahead of that front at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Overnight, chance of thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, otherwise with temperatures in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, cooler, breezy, variably cloudy skies with a chance, just a chance of a afternoon shower or two. So Future Track bringing this line of showers and thunderstorms through into the wee hours of Thursday morning. Then we are pretty clear actually to start Thursday on Future Track. Temperatures only making it into the low 70s. Outside chance of a stray afternoon shower tomorrow, so have that umbrella ready to go. Similar setup shaping up for Friday, but temperatures a little bit warmer, I think, as we head into Friday. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. We can see those temperatures staying in the 70s. There we go. And unsettled weather also staying with us for this weekend and into Monday. But Tuesday and Wednesday looking pretty nice, getting ready to start the state fair with plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the 80s. We'll be back into the 80s by the middle of next week.
All right, Dave. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Well, what does Mike McCarthy think about Aaron Rodgers swimming with sharks? We'll hear what the head coach had to say next in sports.
The Green Bay Packers have the most unique ownership structure in the National Football League, and tonight the shareholders got together at Lambeau Field to hear how their investments were doing. But 15 minutes before they were supposed to start in the stadium, they moved the whole thing into the atrium because thunderstorms were on the way. Well, the Packers have their first training camp practice of the season tomorrow morning at 11:30 in Green Bay. Most everyone can't wait for the 2018 season because the 2017 season was so difficult as the Packers missed the playoffs for the first time since 2008, going 7-9. Of course, the biggest factor in that was the broken collarbone to quarterback Aaron Rodgers in Week 2 that put the Packers in a hole they just couldn't dig themselves out of. While it was a season to forget, Mike McCarthy suggests it's important to remember what happened and use the lessons learned from it.
We all should be better for the negative experiences that we've encountered in the past. And so whether it's our record last year, Aaron's health, all those things. When you talk about knowledge, the ability to learn from your past experiences and really the past experience of others that are shared with you, you're not just talking about the good ones. I mean, you learn a lot in this business about the mistakes and the ability to overcome adversity and all those because, hey, this is going to be a rough ride to get to where we want to go, and when we get there, it's going to take probably our best to get it done.
Now, McCarthy was asked what he thought about Aaron Rodgers swimming with the sharks for that Discovery Channel show the other night. McCarthy was apparently wrapped up in other things because he just heard about it today.
I didn't see it. In my 2-minute debriefing before I come in here, I was told about it, so I don't know how to go. He made it? Okay, well, that's good. That's good.
The Brewers won the first 2 games of their series with the Washington Nationals, but this afternoon's game sent that 2-game winning streak into a screeching halt. The Nationals got some pretty good swings against Freddie Peralta. Bryce Harper hit his 25th homer of the season. That ties him with Jesus Aguilar for the National League lead, and the Nationals just kept on hitting Peralta, who gave up 7 runs today. Juan Soto is their prized 19-year-old rookie. He hits a 415-foot bomb to center. Hernan Perez breaks up the shutout with a 3-run homer for the Brewers in the 9th, but the Nationals beat Milwaukee 7-3. Brewers at San Francisco tomorrow night. And at Wrigley Field, the Cubs host the Arizona Diamondbacks. Here's how the Cubs won it. 1-1 in the 8th. Pinch hitter Jason Hayward grounds to second. Looks like it might be a double play until they throw it in the dugout. The final score, Cubs 2, Diamondbacks 1. Cubs lead over the Brewers in the National League Central back to 2.5 games. And we'll be right back.
Dave's here with a final check of your forecast.
The severe weather threat is generally coming to an end across Wisconsin, which is good news. But I do think that watch is going to stay put until we get to 11 when it will expire. However, there still are some stronger storms moving toward Fond du Lac, but if you notice the trend of this line of showers and thunderstorms, it's moving east a lot farther than it is south, so maybe just a few raindrops, if that, for Madison before this moves out of here later tonight. Day planner for tomorrow, starting off in the 60s, will be only in the low 70s with some clouds and maybe a stray shower toward the afternoon. 10-day forecast showing unsettled weather is here for the weekend.
All right, Dave, thanks. And thank you for joining us for News 3 at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.